Magandang hapon po, Lourd de Veyra po. Mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, ang dami laging in the mood to fight. Pero awat muna, today let's end the week right with a show called Afternoon Delight. At dahil wala ang ating tita Denise Tan ngayon, makakasama kong muli si Ate Pauline Versoza, ang diwata po ng One News Now. Magandang hapon sa iyo. Binibining Pauline.
Good afternoon. And let me just say, we look so good in blue.
Di ba?
Hindi pinag-usapan po yan,
Hindi yan tinatawag na telepathy.
Yan. Alright.
Pero
so,
mas dark yun sa'yo, no?
Mas dark, oo. Shades of blue, but very nice on this Friday, June 21st. Ito na nga, TGIF. It's finally the weekend, no?
TGIF ka. Tatagalugin ko yan. Meron kaming equivalent yan. SHABU.
SH.
Shabu.
Parang,
Salamat
bakit naman
Jesus at Biyernes ulit.
okay.
Salamat Jesus at Biyernes ulit.
Doon na lang ako sa TGIF.
Mas safe yung TGIF eh. Oo. Ano bang mga may coverage ka ba sa weekend? Ikaw,
Wala naman.
pupuntahan?
Ano to? Papahinga ang weekend na to. The past week was very busy.
Oh, yeah.
So, itong weekend, finally some R&R. Rest yan.
Napaka pang-tito masyado yung phrase na R&R.
R&R?
Usually, unang ginamit yan, kung di sa mga sundalo noon.
Okay.
Kapag nagre-rest and recreation sila, R&R. Pero I think it stood for something dirty yata, way back then. Pero R&R, dapat pinaplano rin kung paano natin isuspend yung weekend natin. Kasi kapag hindi mo pinlano, before you know it,
Totoo. Monday na ulit.
lumagpas na lang. Parang yung namimili ka ng papanoorin na labawa sa Netflix. Saka pipili mo, 2 oras ka na namimili.
Nangyayari din sa akin yan. So,
Diba?
kailangan, pag may nakita ka ng, something that interests you, panoorin mo na.
Pero ako lang ba minsan, pag gusto ko ma-relax, minsan I'll find something na napanood ko na.
Yeah.
Kasi alam ko, predictable yung outcome as opposed to something na yung nakaka-stress.
Or hindi
Ganun
ka
ka rin minsan.
Oo, or sometimes baka ma-disappoint ka pa, 'di ba, na hindi maganda yung storyline. Nagsayang ka lang ng 30 minutes, 1 hour, tapos hindi pala maganda. So it's nicer to watch something you're familiar
Di
with.
ba? Nakakainis, ano?
'Di ba? Ayan. Okay, but since it's Friday and this is Afternoon Delight, syempre meron tayong delight of the day.
Oh,
Anong
wow.
delight natin?
Ano ba to? Mukha siyang footlong hotdog once upon a time.
Pero ngayon,
Ngayon, parang Rorschach test. Ito ay footlong hotdog. Kaya lang medyo na-disgrasya kasi sabihin natin na handling mishap.
okay. Oo nga.
Bakit na footlong? Ano bang significance ito sa araw na ito? Tita Pao.
Ako, parang hindi ko ata alam. Ano nga bang significance niyan? Saan ba nanggaling din ang footlong hotdog?
Siguro sabihin natin may nabitin doon sa mga
Okay.
maliliit na mga
Okay,
hotdog
I know the
sandwich.
significance already pala. Sorry. It's Friday, June 21st, and we have this footlong because the significance is today is also the longest day of the year for us this 2024. Ayan.
Dahil yan sa...
Sa summer solstice.
Yes.
Okay, so Metro Manila is expected to have 13 hours of daylight. So sunrise kanina was at 5:28 a.m. and sunset later will be at 6:27 p.m. At hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi sa buong mundo, ang longest day na yan and depende sa inyong location.
Yes.
So sa UTC or sa Coordinated Universal Time, ang Summer Solstice 2024 ay pumatak ng June 20.
Yes.
Okay, so yan pala ang
So
connection.
officially, impose na ng summer sa Northern Hemisphere. At sa mga bansa above the Arctic Circle, mukhang mahaba, literal na mahaba ang araw nila.
Nagkakaroon pa ba sila ng evenings pag ganon? Di ba may other countries, they never, it's daylight throughout the whole, May times na naman, puro gabi.
Isipin mo, no? Pero, okay. Paano ba nangyayari ito? Kasi nagtitilt, di ba? Sa pag-ikot ng ating planeta, nagtitilt siya. Sa pagkakataong ito, natatapat yung tilt doon sa ibabaw, kaya matagal ang kanilang daylight. Kaya minsan, posible may mga naguguluhan doon ng mga nocturnal animals.
Yeah.
So, bakit ang tagal ng gabi? Ganon. Kaya si Batman, nagtatagal sa Batcave niya. Pero, ito yung
Okay, footlong.
yung footlong natin, kaya bang ubusin ng isang tao ang footlong hotdog?
Kaya.
Grabe naman, gutom na gutom.
Especially mga Pinoy. Siyempre, mabenta to sa, lalo na yung mga people looking to satisfy their hunger. Kasi, di ba, nakakabusog naman talaga yan.
No.
Instead of buying two, just buy a footlong.
Pero, kung dahil longest day ngayon, bakit kaya hindi pansit na lang yung binili natin?
Pwede
Di
din
ba?
naman.
Yung maangal, ha? Gusto ko lang malaman, okay.
Para ma-emphasize talaga kung gaano ka-long
Oo.
yung longest day.
Ito lagpas-lagpasan ng bun yung sausage niya.
Right.
Okay, ngayon, itong pinagbilhan niyan ay galing doon sa, sabihin natin, affordable burger chain. I'm not talking about the one with the bee and the clown, ha?
Okay.
Ito yung may pakpak.
Okay.
Hindi po paniki pinag-uusapan natin dito. May pakpak din kasi yun eh. Okay. Check it. Check it out. Tingnan mo. Oh, lumalagpas. Yung palaman.
Sausage from the...
Pero yung burger niya, Pauline,
Oh.
bakit ganon? Exact opposite. Di ba ang joke
Alam
nilang
ko na.
slogan
Alam
doon?
na yung slogan nila.
Anong slogan nun?
Unang kagat, tinapay lahat.
Okay. May karugtong pa yan.
Ay, hindi ko na alam yung
Pangalawang kagat, tinapay pa rin.
tinapay pa rin.
Oo. Pangatlong kagat,
Ano?
tinapay pa rin pero may konting
May
ketchup
konti
na.
ng ano.
May konti ng ketchup.
Wala pa rin yung pinaka-patty. Pero dito sa footlong,
Oo, di ba? Exact opposite. Pero kasi hindi siya part ng buy one, take one.
Okay.
Di ba?
Well, when you look at it, parang, I guess, for a regular-sized hot dog, parang buy one, take one na rin. Kasi ganun siya. Parang times 2.
Malamang, sigurado ako, Pauline, hindi ka bumibili sa ganun.
Nakatikim na ako. Bumibili din naman ako. College. May mga pag-allowance
May ganyan ba sa UP? Malapit?
Sa Katipunan, parang meron. Or sa Philcoa. Oo. Meron
Philcoa.
yan. Mga
Yung Jollibee lang nandun eh.
Jollibee. Pero, syempre, yung mga kiosk sa UP, nagbebenta din ng mga iba't ibang pansit canton,
Yes.
mga hotdog.
At yung mga fishball, mga ganyan, na bawal ang double dipping, both in the sauce and in life. Okay, so long day or not, it's a good day to send off our first batch of Olympians to Gay Paris. Let's bring in News 5 correspondent Marty Bautista. Marty, what are we expecting later?
Lord, Pauline, yes, this is going to be such an interesting day today kasi a day before the Paris Olympic round. Philippine delegation is set to fly off to Paris. President Ferdinand R. Marcos will be in attendance tonight at the send-off ceremony in the Marble Hall of the Ayuntamiento de Manila in Intramuros. So bukas lilipad ang mga atleta sa Metz, France, kung saan mag-e-ensayo sila na magkakasama sa kauna-unahang pre-Olympic training facility. Isang holy mass ang mangyayari mamaya at ang turnover ng national flag kasama ang Philippine Sports Commission, Philippine Olympic Committee at President. Para lang maalala ng ating mga kapatid, ang mga atleta na na-qualify para sa Olympics are 14 in count na, including si Paul Volter, TJ Obiena, Lunes, Carlos Mulo, Alea Finnegan, Levi Rubivave, Emma Malabuya at boxers Ira Villegas, Next Petesio, Fergie Bacyadan, Yumir Marshall at Carlo Paalam. And of course, we also have the weightlifters Joni Shenida, Elrin Ando, Vanessa Sarno, at Philippine fencer Sam Katantan. So doon din mapapakinggan ng mga atleta ang opisyal na isang daang taong laban para sa bayan official Olympic song which celebrates the country's 100 years of participation in the quadrennial tournament. So Pauline, Lourd, what do you think about that?
Interesting. Okay. Nung sumali tayo ng Olympics, ibig sabihin na to, pinanganak si Juan Ponce Enrile. Pero bago tayo pumunta doon, Marty, okay, aside from the athletes, alam ko isa sa mga, sabi nila, strategies that actually worked for us at the last Olympics, ay meron tayong mga dietitians.
Yes.
Ayan, may mga...
A full team.
Oo. So kasama na rin ba yung mga therapists and such, Marty?
Yes, of course, and not just the therapist, not just the coaching staff, pati na din yung mga psychological therapies nila. Kasi alam naman natin, with athletes, working out and exercising is just as important as training your brain. Kailangan sila mentally prepared para sa biggest competition of their lives, which is the Olympics. So kasama lahat yan in next France.
Marty, we have 15 athletes already who qualified for the Paris Olympics, but there's still a month to go before the Paris Games. So, are we still expecting more athletes to qualify? Tsaka ano-anong mga sport kaya yung mga maaasahan natin na makakapag-qualify pa tayo?
Yes, Pauline, we actually for the sport of basketball still have the last window of the Olympic qualifying tournament. So magko-compete dyan ang ating Gilas Pilipinas. They're going to Latvia by next week from July 2 to July 7. At doon nila makakatapat ang host nation Latvia, makakatapat din nila yun Montenegro, let me see here. Other countries, and there's basically 4 slots for the men's basketball in Olympics. And there are over 25 countries competing for those last 4 slots. So actually, meron silang open to the public send-off tune-up match against Taiwan Mustangs on Monday at 6 p.m. in Philsport.
Oo. Alright, Marty. We know that yung representing the country sa Olympics is an honor in itself na, no? Pero, okay, may na-report dati tayo na set number of amounts that each athlete will be receiving. On top of that, may mga dinagdag pa bang incentives na nabalitaan ka, if ever, Marty?
For incentives, of course, each athlete has their own personal sponsors and partners. Like, for example, just yesterday, the boxers of the Association of Boxing Philippines had a courtesy call with Manny V. Pangilinan, and then they were given additional incentives. And apart from that, also their own iPhones na may kasama na din na pwede nila gamitin as roaming while they're at Paris. So, ito naman ang mga suporta ng mga sponsors kagaya ng Allianz at ng ACE and also the government for the athletes incoming for Paris.
Malaking tulong talaga yan, no? Aside from that, we saw also Philstar report na they also received 500,000 pesos from Senator Bongo. So makatulong talaga. It will come a long way for them as they try to win, hopefully, another gold for the Philippines to follow up yung ginawa ni Heidelin Diaz sa Tokyo.
Alright. So, laban lang. Okay. On that note, maraming salamat. Ang News 5 correspondent, Marty Bautista. Thank you.
And as Marty mentioned, MVP Sports Foundation Chairman Manny V. Pangilinan gives his all-out support to Filipino athletes in the Paris Olympics. To motivate our boxers, MVP's Foundation and Smart Sports gave out free cell phones with eSIMs to boxers Ira Villegas, Hergy Bakyada, Nesty Petesio, and Carlo Paalam. In return, the fighters gifted MVP with his very own Olympic boxing jacket. And here's MVP's message to our Paris-bound athletes.
Well, we can only ask them to do their best for the country, no? And I think they will. They've gone through quite a bit of training here and abroad, especially abroad, our boxers particularly. And we wish them all the best. We assure them our support, no? Continuing through to the end of the Olympics. And we wish them all the best. Wish them well.
Alright, from sports, punta tayo ng showbiz, Tita Pauline. Sagot yan ng tunay na gold medalist at MVP, hindi lang pagdating sa biritan, sa kantahan, kundi pagdating sa entertainment producing, Tito Von Billionario, TGIF, Tito Von.
Yes, Lourd and Pauline, TGIF. And syempre, TGIF din sa ating mga kapatid na nanonood ngayon ng Afternoon Delight. Syempre, no, ibabahagi ko na sa inyo ang may init na balita sa mundo ng entertainment. At syempre, unang-una na nga riyan, Lourd and Pauline, no, ito nga si Glock 9, ang tinaguri ang OPM rap icon ay naglabas na ng kanyang panibagong album. At ang title nga nito ay Sari Sari Story, no? Composed of 10 tracks na talaga namang pinag-isipan at pinagtrabahuan talaga ni Glock9 kasama ang kanyang producer na si Raymond Marasigan. Siyempre nakakwentuhan natin si Glock9 no, sa launching nga at listening party niyan kamakailan. At dito nga ibinahagi ni Glock9 no, na yung mga kanta na nandito sa kanyang album ay binubuo ng iba't ibang tema. Merong tema tungkol sa mental health, merong tema tungkol sa buhay OFW, may tema tungkol sa pagbabayad ng utang sa mga iniidolo mo, at saka syempre tungkol sa sa wingang pag-ibig. Yan yung mga yan yung mga under ng mga 10 songs na na umiikot nga dito sa panibagong album ni Glock9. At ang career single niya nga, yung Tinda ni Linda, na yan yung mga aabangan ng mga fans talaga ni Glock9, no? Kung anong klase yung atake na ibinigay niya doon sa career single niya at sa iba pang mga awitin. Lourd and Pauline, ang kakaiba rito sa pinakabagong album ni Glock9 ay kumpara sa mga previous songs or collaborations and albums niya, dito medyo mahinahon at medyo mabagal yung yung rhythm at yung pagra-rap niya. Kasi sabi nga niya, hindi na niya kaya yung mabibilis na rap, pero mas gusto daw talaga niyang mabigyan ng emphasis yung bawat lyric, yung bawat word at yung bawat rhythm ng kanyang piyesa. At syempre todo support ang kanyang kaibigan at producer nga ng album na si Raymond Marasigan na nandoon din sa listening party kahapon. At ang kanyang album ay available na sa lahat ng digital platforms, hatid ng Universal Records at saka ng Asintado. Lourd and Pauline.
Saktong-sakto yung pagtatapos niya, buti na launch agad kasi I think next month may tour ng Eraserheads. At si Raymond Marasigan na yung drummer ng bandang yon. Merong world tour ang Heads eh. Pero ibig sabihin ba, Tito Von, pag si Raymond Marasigan ay isang essentially a rock musician, although nagra-rap din yan, mahilig din siya sa hip-hop, ibig ba sabihin may konting pagka-rock yung tunog nito, Tito Von?
Nako, ang maganda rito, Lourd and Pauline, hinayaan talaga ni Raymond si Glock9 na gawin yung kanyang gusto. Sabi nga ni Raymond sa kwentuhan natin kahapon, para lang talaga siyang ang dali-daling katrabaho raw talaga nito ni Glock9 kasi nagpapasa lang daw ng awitin itong si Glock9, no? At mind you, Pauline and Lourd, ginawa lang niya yung buong album in just 6 weeks. Na talaga namang ikinatuwa at ikinaloka rin ng kanyang production, lalong-lalo na ni Raymond. Yung sinabi lang ni Raymond, may mga konting pinopoint lang siya, may mga ginagawa lang siyang mentoring, etc. Pero tiwala daw talaga siya doon sa artistic decision pagdating sa music nito nga ni Glock9. At syempre, hindi naman ito yung unang-unang pagkakataon na nag-collab itong dalawa. Yes. Yung tinaguri ang isa sa mga OPM rock icons at tinaguri ang OPM rock icon. So maraming pagkakataon na before na nag-collaborate sila. Kaya naman, buo na rin yung tiwala nila sa isa't isa when it comes to their respective individual artistry. Lourd and Pauline.
Na-imagine mo ba, Po? Hindi ko ma-imagine kasi kung ano yung tunog nung bagong style, bagong
hip-hop.
Nasa mga digital platforms na siya ngayon.
Ay, hindi. May sinasabi si Pauline
Pauline.
Tito Von.
Ibang level.
Tito Von.
Naku, hindi ko magawa kasi hindi ako hip-hop artist.
Let me
Hindi ko
just
forte
say,
yung rap.
yung last time na nandito ako, nag-viral yung rendition mo of Terrified sa
diba?
YouTube. Parang thousands of views nakita ko. So, since nag-sample ka, eto maganda yung reception ng David Foster, Catherine McPhee, kailangan may sample din ng Glock9. So.
Di ba hindi naman rap normally yung mga chorus ng mga kanta ni Glock di ba?
Pwede.
Pakanta yung mga chorus niya, hindi naman yung mga verse.
Hindi ko talaga kaya. Seryoso. Hindi lang dahil, may respeto kay Kuya Aris, kay Glock9. Hindi ko talaga kaya yung rhythm niya. Kahit medyo slow na yung kanta niya ngayon, hindi ko talaga kaya. Pero kung maririnig nyo to, Lourd and Pauline, tamang-tama yung melody, yung dynamics at yung pagkakabilis-bilis kasi doon nabibigyan ng emphasis yung tema lalong-lalo na yung tungkol sa mental health at saka yung tungkol sa buhay OFW. Grabe, knowing Black Nine talaga, syempre may mga issue pa rin dito, iba't ibang issue pa rin sa lipunan na talagang tinalakay dito sa album na yun yung dapat abangan at pakinggan ng kanyang mga tagahanga, Lourd and Pauline.
Nag-evolve talaga yung mga sound. Parang halimbawa, or para may salamin kunyari sa sports. Hindi porke si Michael Jordan ang nag-champion sa slam dunk competition. Buong career niya, puro ganun lang gagawin niya.
Yes. And as an artist, maganda rin na nag-evolve ka, nagpapalit ka ng style mo.
Yes.
Si Glock 9, 25 years na rin sa industry, sa career niya.
God.
So,
Kaya dapat yung mga entertainment producer, minsan nagra-rap din, di ba? Maliban sa mga bumibirit at kumakanta.
Naku, abangan nyo nga, Lourd and Pauline, tomorrow, si Glock 9, isa siya sa mga artists na magpe-perform na sa Pride Month celebration sa Quezon Memorial Circle.
Bukas na pala
At
yun.
syempre, nakakwentuhan din natin dyan si Glock 9, Ito daw isa sa mga paraan niya talaga para bigyang pagmamahal at pagte-thank you niya sa LGBTQIA+ community na talaga namang sobra yung pagmamahal at support na rin sa kanyang music. Particularly na nga doon sa isang sikat niyang kanta talaga na Sirena.
Yes.
Na laging it is one of the anthems talaga ng LGBTQIA+ community dito sa Pilipinas. So abangan din si Glock 9 tomorrow, dyan nga sa Pride Month celebration. Lourd and Pauline?
aabangan talaga natin yan na tomorrow. Pero for now, maraming salamat at happy weekend.
Meron pa.
May impahabol.
May isa pang ikikwento sa Tito Von sa
meron
atin.
pa ba?
Unless may
Oo.
instructions.
Sinabi na nga ni Lourd, na napag-usapan
may
na
isa
rin
pa pala.
si
Okay.
Raymond Marasigan. Siyempre, ito nga, nag-reunion ang Eraserheads para sa contract signing ng kaabang-abang nilang World Tour. Ito nga yung 2024 World Tour ng ang huling El Bimbo reunion concert nila. At syempre nagsama-sama ito nga sila Ellie, sila Raymond, sila
Marcos.
silang apat nagsama-sama ulit sila para sa contract signing dahil magkakaroon sila ng iba't ibang tour sa buong mundo, Meron sa Hawaii, sa San Francisco, sa Los Angeles, sa Toronto, sa Singapore, sa Dubai at marami pang iba. So syempre, ito yung parang continuation ng iconic at historic nilang reunion concert 2 years ago diyan nga sa bandang South na talaga namang sold out, pinagkaguluhan. Then after a few months din noon, medyo may mga international na rin sila concert after nun. Pero ito talaga, considered world tour dahil iikot talaga sila sa buong mundo para sa mga fans ng Eraserheads. Yan, Lourd and Pauline.
Kung saan may Pinoy,
Yes.
tutugtog ang heads. Okay,
Yes.
From heads, Pinoy, may balita ka rin daw tungkol sa isang Korean or K-pop artist. No, sorry. Tama.
Yes, ito na nga, Lourd and Pauline, talaga namang grabe, pinag-uusapan na ngayon at mainit na ngayon na topic sa social media ang pagpunta sa bansa ng isa sa mga hottest Korean actors ngayon, si Woo-suk, na talaga namang kagabi, or I think kagabi, sobrang dinumog siya ng fans sa kanyang arrival dyan nga sa Naia, May mga videos na lumalabas online. Ayan, pinakakita na nga natin ngayon, na sa labas pa lang ng Naia, grabe na yung pagpunta, pagsigaw, palakpakan ng kanyang mga fans, na talaga namang inaabangan na itong pagpunta o fan meet nito nga ni Woo-suk dito sa Pilipinas. So bukas gaganapin na yung kanyang FanCon sa New Frontier Theater sa sa Araneta City sa Cubao, at ayon nga sa promoter na Paocc World, sold out na yung yung show, yung fan meet event. Kaya naman grabe rin talaga yung pagmamahal at suporta ng mga fans nito ni Woo-suk. Syempre, si Woo-suk ay nakilala ng fans mula sa kanyang mga hit series tulad ng Record of Youth, Strong Girl Namsoon, at ito nga yung latest, yung Lovely Runner. At saka sobrang love na love ng fans nito si Woo-suk kasi kahit sobrang tangkad niya, sobrang parang sweet, sobrang gentle, etc. So yan talaga yung mga aabangan kung paano aamuhin at paano haharanahin ni Woo-suk ang kanyang Filipino fans tomorrow nga sa Cubao, Quezon City. Lourd and Pauline.
Ang tindi, no? Pero kahit gaano karaming security mo, Pauline, walang match yan sa escalator na hindi gumagalaw. Hindi, mukhang daming pulis, baka kailangang
Yes.
para
o baka-
magkasya lahat yun. Di ba medyo narrow ang escalator kasi
Baka it's a hazard also for beyond
correct.
uso.
Or baka gusto niya ma-exercise after a long flight. Kita mo, yung daming fans, oh.
Oo,
Ba't natatawa si Bon? Bon, ba't natatawa ka?
Hindi ko kinaya yung escalator talaga yung napansin mo na hindi umaandar.
Baka gusto lang niya umagano ng steps niya. 'Di ba? 10,000 steps. Ito
Or,
si
alam mo,
Beyonce.
galing mo
Hello,
talaga.
Naia.
Ano ka ba? Human kinetics major ka ba?
Inanalyze it. No? Baka yung steps na target niya. Pero ito si P1-M, no? Gabi, close to 10 million followers din siya on Instagram. So, wow, talagang kilalang kilala and I'm sure maraming ang excited na for his fan meet this weekend.
Alright.
Yes, Lourd and Pauline.
Tito Von.
Ito na talaga. Maraming salamat at happy weekend, Tito Von Belinario, our resident entertainment producer.
Weekend.
You're watching Afternoon Delight here on One News. More stories for you after a quick breather. And as we go on a break, we pay tribute to the great Donald Sutherland.
Now, I'm waiting for reports from some of you.
Funny,
I'm not joking. This is my job.
heartbreaking,
I don't know if I love you anymore.
and casually cruel.
Contain it.
With his distinct voice and appearance, Donald Sutherland played scene-stealing characters throughout a career that spanned more than half a century.
I think of myself as an artist, and I take it very seriously.
Sutherland's artistic pursuits started while attending college in his native Canada. He moved to London in the 1950s to continue studying drama and began landing small roles in British TV and films. The success of 1967's The Dirty Dozen launched the actor to Hollywood.
They're very pretty, Colonel. Very pretty. But can they fight?
More military movies followed, including Kelly's Heroes.
Well, the tank's broken and they're trying to fix it.
Then why the hell aren't you up there helping them?
Oh, man. I only ride them. I don't know what makes them work.
And a starring role as Hawkeye in the 1970 film classic MASH.
I think you will find these accommodating. They're quite dry.
Next, Sutherland teamed up with Jane Fonda on screen in Clute.
What else do you remember about the man who beat you up?
Nothing.
Captain, I have a dream.
And off-screen to produce a documentary protesting the Vietnam War.
There go the 20-millimeter cannons. There go the rocket pods. There go the anti-personnel fragmentation bombs. And I count 12. Water buffalo down and kicking.
Sutherland's versatile talent kept him busy in roles ranging from a pot-smoking professor in Animal House
I won't go schizo, will I? There's a distinct possibility.
to a man desperately trying to hold his family together in the Oscar-winning Ordinary People.
I want a really good picture of the two of you, okay?
In recent years, Sutherland's audience of fans became multi-generational when he starred as President Snow in The Hunger Games.
Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear.
The actor liked the message of the successful franchise.
It's an opportunity to catalyze the revolutionary potential in young people, and given the mess this world's in, that's really important.
Sutherland passed on his love of creating entertainment to his son Kiefer, as well as 4 other children who all work in front or behind the camera. When he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2011, Sutherland reflected on his extensive career.
What you're doing at my age is you're looking for your marker. And why I am so filled with happiness and joy is because you guys have given me my marker.
Alright, at babalik po ang Afternoon Delight dito po sa One News. Ako po si Lourd Veyra kasama ang One News Now anchor, Pauline Versoza. Pao?
Hello, good afternoon. And here's a quick rundown of some stories here in One News. The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission has formally filed a complaint against suspended Bamban Mayor Alice Guo today. Guo is being sued for qualified trafficking in persons, which is a non-bailable offense. Several others are facing the same charges, including former Technology and Resource Center Chief Dennis Cunanan, who has also been convicted for the pork barrel scam. The complaint against the accused stems from their alleged links to illegal pogos. Maritime security experts Ray Powell and Chester Cabalza believe negotiation and dialogue with China are still on the table for the Philippines. That's amid discussions on invoking the Mutual Defense Treaty following China's latest aggression in disputed waters. On June 17th, the Chinese Coast Guard violently intercepted a Filipino resupply mission near Ayungin Shoal. Malabon and Navotas are preparing for possible heavy flooding after a floodgate linking them was damaged. The floodgate that's key in controlling water flow between Manila Bay and the two cities was destroyed when a barge tried to enter it during low tide. Contingency plans have been laid down pending repairs. And the NBI Cybercrime Division has arrested 3 individuals for allegedly hacking private and government websites. These include systems of the National Security Council and the Armed Forces of the Philippines. One of those arrested is supposedly connected to a media organization.
Moving on to another story, experts are calling for a new approach to a global fund to help brace the next generation for future health crisis. Joby Francisco has a special report.
Barely a month after the proposed pandemic treaty was shelved during the World Health Organization's annual assembly in Geneva, members of the panel that worked on the proposed accord swiftly renewed calls for leaders to unite and prepare for the next pandemic. As monkeypox continued to spread in Central Africa and the bird flu now affecting mammals, igniting fears of imminent human-to-human transmission, experts warn the world would most likely be overwhelmed by any new pandemic threat. This was underscored by members of the Independent Panel for Pandemic Preparedness and Response during a virtual forum attended by journalists from across the globe. Panel co-chairs and former world leaders, Liberia's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and New Zealand's Helen Clark, led the release of an important report. This after the WHO Assembly failed to pass a pandemic treaty that has been in the works since 2021, when the world was battling COVID-19. The panel's postscript is scathing and instructive at the same time. They criticized officials who wasted the learnings from the recent pandemic, but also noted that political leaders play an important role in making sure the next generation will be better prepared during a pandemic.
Obviously, leadership needs to be applied to preventing disasters, not just responding to them.
So while we learn lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic, I think the more enduring insight or even wisdom is to expect the next pandemic to be different from COVID-19. We need to be prepared for the worst case scenario, meaning the next pandemic could be as severe as SARS and as transmissible as an influenza virus. When that happens, and we accept that in a pandemic, our common mission as healthcare jurisdiction is to minimize deaths.
While the panel still hopes a treaty will be approved, they presented other suggestions in the meantime, like more transparency and trust among countries, a new approach to global funding when a pandemic spreads.
On the issue of financing, we and others have estimated that you need at least that 10 to 15 billion every year to support low and middle income countries to strengthen preparedness. We say it should be additional to official development assistance, A, because there's not much of it, and B, because it addresses a global common good. We continue to advocate a global public investment model for this, where everyone pays in and country allocation is according to need.
a more equitable access to vaccines, therapeutics, and diagnostics. A formal group of world leaders focused on pandemic preparedness and even the possibility of splitting the WHO into two functions, with one zeroing in solely on health emergencies.
And we posed an open question, and I stress it is an open question, should WHO be split into two organizations? One that is focused on emergency operations, as that work has to be done, and one that's focused on operational and technical excellence in health. Both are important and need focus.
The WHO recently amended its international health regulations and calendar the approval of the pandemic treaty within the next year. But in the meantime, it is being stressed that cooperation from world leaders is imperative to ensure the protection of 8 billion people. Joey Francisco, we are One News.
Alright, dahil may usapang health na rin tayo, Pauline. Maliban sa pinatabi natin yung footlong hotdog, baka husgahan tayo eh. May bago kayong aabangan tuwing Saturday, Sabado sa 1PH. Yan po ang Doctor Next Door or Doc Next Door. Kasama po si Doc Dex. Sorry, one more time. Wala kasi yung footlong eh.
Wala yung footlong.
Si Doc Dex Makalintal. Good afternoon, Doc.
Sir Lourd.
Welcome to Afternoon Delight.
Thank you. Hi, Pauline.
Hello, Doc.
Thank you for having me.
Si Doc ay lifestyle doctor.
Yan.
Okay. Ngayon, yung mga tinatawag na lifestyle diseases, mukhang, Doc, sa isang tingin pa lang ba, alam mo na, itong taong to,
Hindi maganda ang lifestyle.
yes, ganyan.
Well, depende. No? May mga, pwede lang natin masabi, oy, may risk siya na magkaroon siya ng lifestyle diseases. Pero sa isang tingin, sasabihin natin na, ay, hindi, may sakit na to. Hindi agad.
Talaga?
Kasi, for all we know, kahit mataba siya, healthy naman yung loob niya. And for all we know, payat man siya, pero hindi healthy yung loob.
Daming ganyan.
Maraming ganyan. May tinatawag na skinny fat. Meron din naman na healthy fat. So,
Skinny fat? What is skinny fat?
Skinny fat, yung payat siya, pero puro taba yung nasa loob niya. Parang
Pwede pala yun?
Pwede yun. Pwede. Kasi ang katawan natin ay composed, yung weight natin actually is composed of four different types. Kasi dyan yung water weight mo, muscle weight mo, bone, and then yung fat. So, if your body fat percentage is so high, than your muscle mass, maaari ka magkaroon ng problema sa health mo in the long run. Yung iba naman, mataba nga sila, pero more of muscular naman sila. So, mas okay yun.
Yung iba, mga baby fat.
Ano ba yung mga particular lifestyles talaga na hindi maganda? I know marami yan, especially in this generation, dahil the accessibility of fast food, diba? The fatty food, ganyan. Pero ano ba exactly yung masasamang lifestyle na yan?
Doc, before you answer, you have to, I feel attacked sa question mo. Okay.
Hindi, kasi kahit ako conscious din ako, especially as we get older. Pati dumadami yung cases, I heard of yung mga colon cancer, di ba, Doc? So, and most of those daw are by lifestyle.
Yeah, lifestyle naman talaga. No? Malaki talaga yung factor ng lifestyle natin sa ating mga sakit. So, kasama dyan, unang-una, bisyo. Sigarilyo, alak, yan ganyan. Lahat naman tayo yata guilty nakatikim ng alak to begin with. No? And then, kasama din dyan yung kulang sa tulog, sa payo. No? Pangatlo, kasama din dyan yung stress sa trabaho. No, sabi nga lagi natin sinasabi, trabaho tayo ng trabaho, pero kung papatayin din naman tayo, hindi rin maganda yon. Kasama din dyan yung poor physical activity or yung walang physical activity. And then last one is yung food. No, maraming schools of thought sa pagkain, pero nag-agree ang lahat ng mga tao na if we limit simple sugars and processed foods, mas magiging healthy tayo. So yan.
Sinasabi mo lagi na ang basehan talaga ng health ay yung intake, yung nutritional intake. Pero, Doc, may isang, magiging, based on surveys mo, magiging next president pa rin ulit ng Amerika. Si Donald Trump, classic example lang, pagsuway ng lahat except for hindi siya umiinom. Kung makita mo, fast food ang nutrition, ang diet talaga niya. At hindi nag-exercise. If you call golf, regular exercise. Pero iba yung, may ganun bang mga kaso na parang freak of nature, Doc?
May ganun. May tinatawag natin na mga outliers. No? So, maganda siguro yung genes nila na napoprotektahan pa rin sila kahit paano. Pero meron din naman mga outliers na kumakain ng lahat, gulay na lang kinakain, pero nagkasakit pa rin. So, ito yung mga tinatawag natin nga na outliers ng mga tao. So, kaya sinasabi natin, kinakailangan pag-ingatan talaga natin yung health natin. Hindi kasi maaring nakachamba sila sa lottery na yon. Pero pero karamihan ng mga tao hindi. So doon pa rin papasok yung lifestyle change natin kung hindi talaga maganda yung lifestyle.
Doc, what particular diseases ba yung kailangan i-watch out for? And what can we do, syempre, to paggandahin nga yung lifestyle para i-avoid
Yeah. Number one is the number one risk factor din na maaaring mapunta ang lahat ng tao by 2050. Ayon sa mga surveys at saka ayon sa mga pag-aaral. By 2050, pwedeng half of the population would be obese. So that's number one. At yung obesity natin, pwede na siyang maging linked sa napakaraming sakit. Hypertension, diabetes, sakit sa puso. And yung sakit sa puso, kung titingnan natin, mula pa noong 1997, 1998, tumataas na yan, nakikreep na yan. At yan yung nangungunang dahilan ng pagkamatay ng mga tao. Mula pa noon hanggang ngayon. Nagkaroon na tayo ng pandemya ng COVID-19, pero sinasabi, lahat din ng COVID-19 yung mga namamatay. Pero hindi eh. Ang naging top pa rin natin is heart disease. So, doon pa rin talaga tayo mag-system. Susunod lang dyan yung mga cancer, diabetes, hypertension. Pero ang pinakamataas pa rin is heart disease.
Okay. Doc, about that C word na ginamit natin, ito ba talaga ay sabi ng, hindi mo alam kung saan ang gagaling ang cancer. Sabi nila, may isang school of thought na gano'n. Sabi sa intake din natin. Pero, you have people na parang, inaingatan yung intake nila pero nadali pa rin. Bawa. Ang nanay ko, nagka-lung cancer, never smoked a day in her life. Walang lahi, walang history, family history ng ganun. Pero meron pa rin. Part pa rin ba ito ng lottery?
Yeah, part pa rin siya ng lottery. Kasama pa rin siya. Kasi meron tayong mga tinatawag na oncogenes and meron din tayong tinatawag na tumor suppressor genes. Think of it na yung oncogenes natin ay parang silinyador ng sasakyan mo. No, kapag ka tinapakan mo yan, pwede kang umarangkada. No? And then yung tumor suppressor genes, nandiyan yung handbrake mo at saka nandiyan yung pedal brake mo. So kapag ka na-turn on yung oncogene na yun, pwede kang magkaroon ng cancer. At kapag ka na-turn off si tumor suppressor gene. No? So kapag ka hindi ka nakatapak doon sa tumor suppressor gene mo at nakatapak ka doon sa silinyador, wala, dire-diretso yung cancer. So the question is, ano yung magpapatapak sa'yo doon? Ang magpapatapak sa'yo dyan napapasok yung lifestyle natin. No, so yung ating exposure sa environment, toxic exposure, say for example lead, no, yung radiation, mga ganyan, at marami pang iba, yung mga tawag na mga benzopyrenes natin mula sa mga kinakain nating sunog-sunog, so yung mga ganyan. Pwede silang mga risk factors. So not meaning, pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag kumain ka nito, mamamatay ka.
Hindi siya direct result, pero parang potential trigger.
Potential trigger sila. Pero hindi ibig sabihin ay magkakasakit ka na pagka kumain ka nito.
Doc, ang tanong ko, you mentioned, diba, lifestyle, bad lifestyle habits, yung stress, hindi natutulog, not eating healthy food. Pero let's face it, nowadays kasi, ang hirap din naman i-avoid, no? Diba?
Busina ka naman.
Yes.
Hindi, ako rin naman guilty doon. Diba? When you overwork yourself, you get stressed. Yung food din, yung mga healthy food, yun paminsan yung mahal.
Yun na nga eh. I think dapat nga magkaroon tayo ng paradigm shift din na, narito na siya. Ano bang dapat natin gawin? So ang suggestion lagi natin is, we go down to the communities. And that's what we want to do. Now, we go down to the communities, say for example, kausapin natin yung barangay. Say for example dito, ang daming obese dito, tapos panay processed foods dito. Ano pwede natin gawin? Why don't we just set up kahit maliit lang na community garden? Now, yung mga small steps na yon. Kunwari, kung tayo ng mga nakatira sa condo units dito, magsimula tayo ng mga hydroponic setups. No? Kahit pa paano makapagtanim ka ng gulay. Just so that you can add more vegetables to your diet. No? It doesn't matter kung sa lunch mo lang siya ilalagay or sa dinner lang. Kung ito ang baseline mo, magdagdag ka lang ng paunti-unti. It would have a ripple effect in the long run.
Yung mga kaibigan ko kasi nagbabanda, ibang hydroponics yung concern nila. Doc, okay, bago tayo pumunta sa bago mong show, ano sa hinaba, hindi mahaba, okay. Bata pa si Doc Dex eh. Pero
ginawa mo naman
in your years as doctor, ano yung number one na pinakaunang tinatanong sila ng mga tao kapag, alam ba, nasa party ka, oh, so you're a doctor. Doc, alam mo parang hindi sila naiyang itanong na professional.
Yeah.
Yes.
Healthy ba to?
Ganun?
Healthy ba to? Laging ganun. Kasi alam nila na nutritionist ako before I become a doctor. So, laging tanong nila, healthy ba to? So, yun. So, ang lagi mo namang sagot is moderation, variety, and balance. So, right now, yes, pwede kang uminom, pero don't drink too much.
Okay.
Parang ganyan.
Kumari kahit yung mga coffee, di ba? Mga
Yeah.
Starbucks, ganyan.
Kasi part naman yan ng buhay natin at hindi na natin talaga matatanggal yan. Pero if we just limit, no, if we just know our limits,
In moderation.
mas makakatulong tayo in the long run.
Kita mo, ano lang yan ha? Short discussion lang yan, bitin pa tayo. Doc, tell us about what the new show is all about, yung Doc Next Door.
Yes, Doctor Next Door is a new show for 1PH. No? Ito po ay mapapanood ninyo sa Sabado, alas 11:30 ng umaga. Ang Doctor Next Door ay hindi siya yung typical na, magbibigay lang tayo ng impormasyon, sagutin natin yung tanong ninyo sa social media. Hindi yan ganyan. Ang Doctor Next Door is an immersive exploration of the illness, which is not the disease. No? So the illness versus the disease, ang gagawin natin, alamin natin ano yung nararamdaman, yung eksperyensya ng pasyente sa sakit nila. At hindi lang natin basta i-define yung sakit. Kasi yung sakit, alam na natin, diabetes o mataas yung asukal mo. Pero ano yung eksperyensya ng pasyente doon? Tuberculosis, alam mo na, mahirapan ka huminga, sumusuka ka ng dugo. Pero ano yung eksperyensya ng pasyente? Paano nakaka-apekto to sa pamilya niya at sa komunidad? So that is your Doctor Next Door. Kami na po mismo ang pupunta sa mga pasyente natin.
Bumababa
talaga. Ako mismo,
wala ka lang sa clinic.
Wala sa clinic.
Yan ang doktor.
That's why it is Doctor Next Door.
In case you missed the point, very stethoscope si Doc para baka kalain yung ibang klase ng doktor pa siya. Okay, Doc, may nagpapatanong pero mukhang tayo lang naman nag-ano dito. No? Pag sa mga biyahe ba, okay lang magdala ng companion kung may diabetes ka? Pero okay, again, Doc, paki-invite naman sila, Doc. Oh.
Yes, opo. Yes, tayo po ay magsisimula na sa Sabado, bukas, no, alas 11:30 ng umaga dito po sa Doctor Next Door sa 1PH. Panoorin po natin yan.
Alright. Doc Dex, marami pa kaming itatanong, pero may nagpapatanong kung may S2 ka daw ba?
Oo naman, meron.
Palakpakan tayong lahat. Alright, salamat sa house call, Dr. Dex Makalintal. Alright.
You're still watching Afternoon Delight. We'll be back after this quick break. Stay with us.
June 21st, 1964. In Philadelphia, Mississippi, 3 civil rights workers disappear while trying to help blacks register to vote. Michael Schwerner, Andrew Goodman, and James Chaney are ambushed and killed by Ku Klux Klansmen. 6 weeks later, their bodies are found buried in an earthen dam. 1788. The Constitution of the United States takes effect as New Hampshire becomes the 9th state to ratify the document. 1834. Cyrus Hall McCormick receives a patent for his reaping machine, the grain-cutting invention that revolutionizes farming. 1982, a jury in Washington, D.C. finds John Hinckley Jr. not guilty by reason of insanity for shooting President Ronald Reagan and 3 others. Hinckley, who said he shot Reagan to impress actress Jodie Foster, is committed to a psychiatric hospital. And finally, also that same year,
career in the armed services would be the best thing at the moment because, lovely to recognise all the hard work that the armed forces are doing.
Prince William, second in line to the British throne, son of Prince Charles and the late Princess Diana, is born in London. Today in History, June 21st. Camille Bohannon, The Associated Press.
we are back. I'm still Lourd Veyra with Miss Pauline Versoza.
All right, now it's time to take a quick look at some of our stories on social media. On philstar.com, a cleaner finds 1 million pesos hidden in some used socks in Naia. Grabe yun So,
Binalik ba?
Binalik po ni Rosalinda Celero.
Wow.
Isa siyang
dollars.
cleaner sa Naia. Imagine finding this amount of cash sa medyas lang na nakita niya sa Naia Terminal 3, no? So this was yesterday. And she turned it over naman kaagad dun sa sa security.
Pero buti na lang. Nandiri kaya siya nung una sa used socks. Kasi alam mo naman used socks minsan, di ba? Meron silang mga
may amoy or yes.
Ew.
Ayan. Pero inaalam pa nga ng Manila International Airport Authority yung kung sino nga ba yung owner nitong cash kasi it's possible that the owner may have tried to smuggle the money out of the country.
Kasi that's
bawal
yan.
Oo. Di
Hanggang
ba may
10,000.
limit?
Yes.
$10,000.
US dollars. Ako na bahala rito.
Sorry, okay. So,
pero siya ay pinarangalan.
yes, for her honesty. And ayan, tinurn over pa rin.
Pero
Yung
ikaw,
dollars yan.
Pauline, kung ikaw yan, ibabalik mo yan.
Oo naman. Oo naman. I believe in karma.
Paano kung yung perang yun pala dapat ay gagamitin halimbawa sa pogo, mga operations at para i-expand yung torture chamber nila?
Well, ayun naman, tinurn over naman sa security. So bahala na yung agency natin to tignan kung sino talaga yung owner. But okay, moving on to our next story on social media, still on philstar.com. EJ Obieno wins gold in a Poland tournament.
Grabe si EJ Obieno. Mag-Olympics na lang nanalo pa.
Diba? No, but that's important for an athlete, peaking also at the right time. So since 1 month na lang before the Olympics, it's nice na he's in shape, he's in a tip-top shape. Ayan, he was able to jump 5.92 meters. So, syempre, ang sinasabi nga ng mga tao, EJ kasi ngayon, he's the top Asian pole vaulter, di ba? Pero nagkataon lang din na he's competing in the same era of Mondo Duplantis, who's considered as the greatest of all time sa pole vaulting.
Number one.
Number one.
Ito siya, si EJ number two.
Number 2 or number 3, yan, si EJ. So, but hopefully, syempre, Paris Olympics, kung hindi man gold, silver, or bronze, that would be a great achievement for EJ.
Abangan natin yan. Go, EJ!
Alright, so here's one more story from Pampanga where a state-of-the-art machine is now in use. Kaya ng machine na ito to automatically sort biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. To know more about that, here's Mobile Journal Francis Orsio.
Malaking hamon sa bansa ang waste management dahil mano-mano ang paghihiwalay sa iba't ibang klase ng basura. Pero paano kung may teknolohiya nang pwedeng magamit sa pag-segregate ng mga ito? Libo-libong tonelada ng basura ang nakokolekta sa buong Pilipinas kada araw. Katunayan, noong 2022, tinatayang nasa 59,000 tons ang daily average waste generation sa bansa. Kaya malaking hamon ang proper waste management. Pero may solusyon na dyan ang isang private company na Prime Integrated Waste Solution. Sa pamamagitan yan ng kanilang automatic material recovery facility na natatangi pa lang sa Pilipinas.
The waste that is transferred to the system, it goes through a conveyance and then is transferred to what we call a vibrating sieve. So this vibrating sieve is, think of it like a strainer with 3 layers. So if this strainer or this sieve will start to vibrate intensely or vigorously, and the wastes are then separated into 3 layers.
Dito, automated ang paghihiwalay ng mga basurang nabubulok at hindi nabubulok. Pwede ring maitabi ang mga pwedeng i-recycle, habang ang iba naman ay kayang ma-convert into sustainable fuel na mapapakinabangan para sa paglikha ng alternative energy. Habang yung ibang organic waste tulad ng diapers, sanitary napkins at mga nabasag na salamin ay mabusising isinisilid para hindi mag-leak at lumikha ng methane emission na nakadadagdag sa polusyon.
There are fast recyclables that we can sell out right away, like for example, cardboards, scrap metals, things like that. And then yung organics will be stored for later use for the waste fuel process. And then may mga residuals tayo that will have to be set aside already.
Sa ngayon, meron ng automatic material recovery facility ang Pampanga at Cebu. Gumagamit sila rito ng iba't ibang high-tech na makinarya tulad ng vibrating sieves, balers, shredders at complex conveyance system. Sa tulong nito, napipigilan daw ang posibleng paglikha ng 330 tons ng carbon emission o polusyon sa buong Pampanga kada araw. Plano naman ng Prime Integrated Waste Solution na palawigin pa ang ganitong teknolohiya sa iba pang lugar sa bansa at magkaroon ng smaller version para sa mga barangay at munisipalidad. Ang ganitong teknolohiya, malaking tulong para sa kalikasan. Pero tandaan na tungkulin pa rin natin maging responsable dahil tayo rin ang magdudusa sa masamang epekto ng nalikha nating basura. Mobile journalist Francis Orso po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Alright, Pao. Saang barangay ka man nakatira, malamang may nakita ka ng kakaibang sign mula kay mayor, konsihal, o kay kapitan. Have you seen these signs? Ito na po ang... Alright, I saw the signs, the LGU edition. Tingnan natin ang first photograph, Tita Pao.
Okay,
Ang
ito po
sign
ay proyekto ng DPWH, hindi ng lungsod ng Mandaluyong. So may disclaimer talaga sila, no?
Oh, in case you missed it,
Oo.
hindi po sa syudad to.
Kinailangan talaga
Yan ang
i-clarify.
tinatawag na passive-aggressive.
Saka naka-red talaga. Hindi ng lungsod ng Mandaluyong.
Passive-aggressive signage. Next.
Dito, this property is owned by Makati City. Pero sa kabila, I love Taguig.
Yes. Ay, ito yung
Ito yung
controversial
kino-contest na
a couple of months ago. Eh kung sagutin kaya sa baba, hindi! Or may spray paint, di ba? Next!
Okay, ito naman. Ano bang meron
Tumabasa.
dito?
Ano to? General Hospital. Lalapit ako, ha? Nakasabit si... Teka.
Hawak niya yung sign. Hawak ni... this politician is holding the sign.
Kunyari,
Sa ilalim.
hawak niya. No, pero si Cap din ay...
Life size, ano? Life
Part din siya ng sign.
Sandy. Oh.
So medyo parang stiff si Cap dyan.
Creative.
Parang 19 ang number niya. Sino man siya. Next. Libreng tuli, sabay sa baba ay...
Free hotdog on stick.
Mabuti na lang at ngayon lang nilabas yan at hindi kanina. Kung hindi, that hotdog will forever remain untouched. Yan ang tinatawag na juxtaposition. Di ba?
Sinadya kaya yan? Sinadya talagang yung pagdikit. But anyway.
Bakit? Para thematic, di ba?
Nakakatakot, oo.
Thematic. Sa mga batang nanonood, masakit po ang tulog. Nako talaga yun.
Alright, and that's it for Afternoon Delight this week. Thank you so much for joining us this Friday. Happy weekend to everyone. I'm Pauline Versoza.
And I'm Lourd de Veyra. Favorite ng Tita Denise mo ang Friday as a day. Join us again Monday, 2 p.m. A great long afternoon because of the summer solstice. And have a delightful weekend, everyone.